I was about to get into something. Oh, these crypto assets like Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ripple and Tron and all these other coins. You got to be careful with that because, you know, it's unregulated, and it's not just about it being unregulated. It's like pure speculation. Like, for one, it's unprecedented, so that makes it speculation within itself. But on top of that, so if you buying like a stock, you could look at the SEC filings, you could look at their 10Ks, their 10Qs, their 8Ks, their Form 4s, 13 filings, all these different things that's going to tell you different things about the business, especially the 10K most importantly. They're going to have, in the second section of the 10K filing, they're going to have a whole list of what they call risk factors, things that can go wrong with the business, that can materially have an adverse effect on the business. They give you these things, and they're done by third parties. They're verified. The SEC requires it, and SEC is like the FBI, the stock market. So you can get, it's a more fair observation you can make where you're not just, the only thing you have to go off of is the news and headlines and other people's opinions in the streets. When it comes to these crypto assets like Bitcoin and all that, there's no 10K filing you could look at. There's no, at least to my knowledge, let's show something I don't, but as far as I know, there's no sheet, no document you can look at that's going to list all the risk factors. It's going to have the plan. I mean, because they're not even businesses. They're not, something like that wouldn't even be necessary because they're not businesses. They're assets. They're cryptocurrencies. Like, it's the whole new different thing. On top of that, it's unregulated, making that whole crypto asset lane subject to pump and dumps, which people are openly doing on Twitter. I'm seeing people on Twitter openly do pump and dumps. And that's cool for the people who's smart enough to get in and out in time, but a lot of y'all get caught holding the bag on that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the wild, wild west out there. You can make a lot of money, but you can lose the money just as fast. It's very volatile. When things is unregulated and or doesn't have a whole lot or as much regulation, that makes it more volatile. Like even the stock market, when it wasn't as regulated back in the 90s, you know, that's when it went up crazy like that. One of the greatest bull runs of all time. Right now, we're kind of in that just off of the I'm not sure. I don't know if Trump deregulated some shit or not. I know he did that tax thing, but I don't know if he loosened regulation. I honestly ain't been paying attention. But I do know the market started going up in anticipation of him loosening up regulations like that. That plays into it. So like I said, be careful on that on that tip, especially mess with them crypto assets like that, because it's pure speculation. It's always gonna sound good. Whatever they tell you that coin do, it's always gonna sound good. It's always gonna sound like it's gonna change the world. It's always gonna sound like a great idea. Even with a stock, any business. Think of any business. Think of a business idea you had or your homie had. When they broke it down to you, it always sounded good. It always sounded like a sure thing. It was gonna work and all of that. But the devil's always in the details. Even when you look at these stocks, their business mission and all that probably sounds wonderful. Now let's see what it looked like in action. Let's look at the trends. Let's see how it's been performing over the past few years, and what plans do y'all have moving forward? What have y'all done? What plans have y'all implemented recently and how they worked out? You know what I'm saying? You have that advantage when you're analyzing a stock and you're looking at their 10K filings. You don't have that with a coin. All you get is the sales pitch, and that's dangerous, because all you hear is the good. There's no balance. You don't hear the risks. The only risks you hear is from like old school people who've been investing for 50, 60 years who only know stocks, and they just automatically write it off as a bubble just because they don't understand it. And I wouldn't even consider that to be the case, even though they could be right. I don't know. You know, most of these people is older than me, so they got more wisdom than me. But I think it's more of a case of, you know, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So that's the only negative you can hear, is just people say, "Ah, it's a bubble, don't worry about it." You know, here today going tomorrow type of thing. And I think that they're wrong in that, and since their thought process is probably inaccurate with that makes you dismiss it and say, "See, I told you, this is the blah blah blah." But there is risks with it, and I think it's even more dangerous that we not even sure. Nobody, because it's brand new. This ain't been done before. Nobody knows what to expect in this shit. We don't know what we don't know. So Be careful mortgaging your homes and emptying your savings accounts and maxing out your credit cards trying to get these Bitcoin. You literally don't know what you're getting yourself into. I don't know what you're getting into. Nobody knows what you're getting into. It's new. It sounds good. It's a great vision they have. I buy into it a little bit, but there's always risks with everything, man. You just think about it, man. There's not gonna be something that come out where literally everybody's gonna get rich off of it. Everybody, come on, man. Let's be for real. Everybody's not gonna get rich off of that. Off the same thing. That's just not how life works. So keep that in mind. Be careful messing with these crypto assets. I ain't saying leave it alone all the way, but just be careful. Don't go mortgaging your home to do nothing. Unless it's a business that you believe in, that you started or founded or something like that. Don't be mortgaging your homes, maxing out your credit cards and that type of shit, man. Y'all knock that off. Cut it out. All right. I think that's it though for this video. So I'm gonna check y'all on the next one. NewBlackWallStreet.com. Everything you need to know about stocks. Get the ebook. Shoot me your email. I'll shoot you a copy of the ebook. I'll name it everything you need to know about stocks for a reason, because it's literally everything you need to know about stocks. You know, I believe in keeping things simple, waiting for predictable situations to happen, just like I did with PayPal. You know, my thought process when I bought PayPal and Facebook, all of that is outlined in this book, and I have video lessons to accompany the book. You had to have the book to watch the video lessons because I have a password to access the video lessons on the website in the actual book. Okay, and the ebook is free. You ain't got nothing to lose. All you gotta do is shoot me your email. I'll shoot you the ebook. And if you wanted a physical copy, which is not done yet, in the process, you know, we was having some technical difficulties, but we're finally moving forward again. So that should be ready. It'll be ready by next month. It should be ready by next month. That's gonna cost though, because paper and ink cost. You know, I really ain't into charging people for, you know, this is basic information. To me, it's basic information. I'm not into charging people for that, but like I say, paper and ink cost, so it's gonna cost you a little bit. So yeah, grab the ebook, read it, and apply it. Apply it simple. I tell you literally everything you need to know. It's in the videos, it's in the book. It's a short book. Get the ebook. Shoot me your email. I'm out.